You don't always need to use pre-made musical tracks to create a cinematic atmosphere for your film, audiobook, game or podcast or any other media content. I'm Chris from Duendi Sounds, and in this short tutorial I will show you how you can sound design your media content by simply layering a few sounds together to achieve a dark cinematic mood quickly while staying creative. I will use our widescreen horror pack to demonstrate this technique. If you don't have it yet and you want to follow along, you can download the samples I'm using in this tutorial for free by clicking the link in the description. Let's create a new session in Adobe Premiere, and for the purpose of this tutorial I will use a short video ad that we have made for our horror pack. You can use any video that you like or follow the same techniques in any sound editing software to create a soundtrack for your podcast or audiobook or any other media content. To start with, I'll drop our footage to the timeline and open up the media browser to access our sound pack. To set the mood instantly, I will choose one of the load texture paths and drop it to the session. Now that we have a bass note setting the mood, let's add one musical phrase for each of the scenes by dragging and dropping sounds from the top folder. All of those musical phrases were produced to work flawlessly with sounds from the low and mid folder. Before you pick your sound, simply preview it to make sure it fits your content and it is something that you like. To add more interest to the backing sound texture, let's add a sound from the mid folder, which will fade in slowly around here. And let's have another one also from the mid folder, which will follow and replace the first one. We can do it with the volume automation. While dropping new sounds to your session, it is always a good practice to look at your main audio output and check if it doesn't clip red to avoid distortion. Also, for when your total audio signal is getting close to the 0 dB at the main output, apply a limiter to your master audio channel. In Adobe Premiere, you can do it by going to your audio track mixer and clicking this little arrow to show the plugin inputs. Then go all the way to the right to find your master channel, and from the drop-down menu, choose the hard limiter. Now let's try to build a rising tension by layering a few sounds together. In the bonus folder, you will find tension builders. So let's grab two sounds from here and drop them in the way so that the loudest points of the waveforms are right at the end of the scene. That sounds good. However, to add a little bit more of the rising fill element, let's drop one of these sounds from the mid folder. And again, this could be any of these files as they all match together. So I'll simply pick one randomly from here and drop it underneath of the two tension builders. Because all of the files from the mid and low folders are constant volume type of files, I will now automate the sound level so it rises along with the tension builders. To finish off, let's add a bit more interest to our short video by dropping a few sound effects. In this scene, we have a man walking along with some sort of nasty alien kind of veins growing thing. So let's use this flash.wav sound. And this sound is a little too short for this scene, so I'm going to drop another one, the flash2.wav. And I will keep it going all the way to the end of the scene. Also applying a volume automation so it blends with the first one nicely. Now let's have a listen and see how it all sounds. So I really hope that this short tutorial has actually helped you and inspired you to do your own soundtrack and get a little bit more creative with your sound rather than just using full musical tracks, which is also cool, by the way. We've got those on our site as well. If you don't own the full version of the pack that I've been just using, feel free to download the free samples. The link is down in the description. And if you have any questions, drop the comment down below and I'll help you. I'll try to answer your question as soon as possible. Cheers.